because for the first time in quite some time, there has been an update to the quest list here in Ishgard. And so tonight we'll be focusing on that as the new quests have been made available here in the city of Ishgard and more specifically within the Firmament. So, hey there, Brandon, and to everyone else just logging on, we're glad to have you with us here tonight. So, greetings, people of the world. Matthias Griffin back with you for the continuation of our look at Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Live. I'm so glad you are with us here this evening, and I will make sure that we can be able to have an awesome time because we've got quite a few interesting quests that we're going to be taking on here as the additional quests have been made available in the Firmament. So, what do you say we head on out there right now? So let's have a look, because yeah, it looks like the apartments have been completed. Either that or it's a giant cathedral. Yeah, it does have a big church bell at the top of it. And we do have more of the houses now made available. The newest edition, HOARFROST Hall, is now complete. Yeah, you can tell the fanfare is really getting prominent now. So, now that we are here, what do you say we head on over to go to speak with Foreman Ogbear, because I know it's been a while since we've spoken to this guy. So, what do you say we go ahead and do that by taking on the next quest he has available for us, but first... Well, if it isn't Matthias, take a look around and feast your eyes on Featherfall, the latest district of the Firmament now open for business. And needless to say, we couldn't have done it without you. As you doubtless already know, Featherfall is to serve as the Firmament's commercial district. Here you'll find a branch office of the Sky Steel Manufactory, an impressive residence we call HOARFROST Hall, and a lively marketplace where you'll find traders and merchants peddling goods from the realm over. Yeah, let's have a look at this massive thing. Aye, no end of merchants, craftsmen, and laborers have been beating down our doors hoping to make a new home here. Not that I can blame them. Why, I have half a mind to relocate here myself. Lord Francel believes it's only a matter of time before Featherfall becomes the living, beating heart of the Firmament. And, from the look of things, I reckon it's half there already. Of course, it's still a work in progress, and there's plenty of construction and restoration work yet to be done. If you'd be so kind as to help us keep a steady stream of supplies flowing in, we'd be grateful as ever. I'll do what I can. Given that all that I do right now, it's not easy. So, now that we've taken his quest, you'll see that a new one has opened up just to the north of us. So, let's head on that way. Yeah, I realized this was going on earlier today when I was playing with someone else. Yeah, as you can see, Lord Francel and his servant Foncreneau are chilling out here in the main square. And Francel decked out in the outfit that was given to him by the heretic that wanted to come back home last time. So, now that he is decked out in his new attire, why do you say we go ahead and speak with him to take on our next quest here in the Firmament, entitled The Making of a Market. Francel is looking upward towards the new heights for the Firmament. Matthias, 'tis always a pleasure to see you here in the Firmament. You'll be pleased to hear that the district is home to an ever-growing number of thoroughly satisfied residents, thanks in no small part to your tireless efforts on our behalf. In particular, I'm proud to say that we've spared no effort to realize Lady Hilda's ideal of a place where one and all can have a roof over their head and food in their belly, provided they are willing to work hard and make an honest living. Good to hear it. Seeing how things are progressing most swimmingly on that front, I've decided to turn my eye to Lord Briarden's most astute recommendation, encouraging the flow of goods and services so as to build a thriving economy that will serve as the area's lifeblood. As such, Ogbera and his men have been hard at work putting the final touches on the ward I have dubbed Feather Fall, which is to serve as the Firmament's center of commerce and trade. There is the one remaining issue to resolve. And what's that? Namely, how might we distinguish our own marketplace from the Jewel Crozier? After all, if we hope to attract vendors and customers alike to the Firmament, we must offer something that they cannot already find at a more established location. So what do you have in mind? After giving the matter considerable thought, it struck me. What if we were to bring in merchants from the realm over to ply their trade here, that Featherfall might be the Holy Sea's new hub of foreign trade? It is a most inspired idea, would you not say? And, if you would not disapprove, I would ask you to accompany me as our designated emissary to the 3 city-states. After all, who better to convince our esteemed guests to make the journey here to Ishgard than one of your influence and prestige? Well, I'd be grateful and honored there, Lord Francel. And if you would not disapprove, or quite honestly, even if you would, I will be accompanying you as well. Who goes there? Oh, ominous music, that's not a good sign. Hello there, and who might you be? Lord Charlemagne! It is far from my place to object, but for whatever reason would the Count de Durandere wish to come along on our humble expedition, particularly in light of your honored house's rather, shall we say, conservative views towards the expansion of foreign trade. Oh, thank you not to make assumptions about the interests of my house, Lord Francel. I have always acted in what I believe to be my homeland's best interests, and I will continue to do so. Yeah, old gruff guy, still needs to be shown the light, whatever. Mayhap House Durandere did not give the Warstone welcomes to outsiders at the Observatorium and Whitefrim front. Yeah, those still haunt Edie all the time. But I assure you that we only took the necessary precautions to defend the sea from external threats at a time of war. Surely the savior of Ishgard can understand our position. Maybe not. Give him the look on our face. At any rate, the war is over, and our nation has entered a new age. I am not inclined to sit idly by as House Durandere is left behind the times. And yet, at this most vital of junctures, my son and heir remains lost at sea, and my cousins are either too young or unworldly for the task. And so, it falls to me to see to matters myself. I dare say there is some merit for you as well. After all, whatever negotiations you intend to conduct, they can only be aided by the presence of the head of Ishgard's highest of high houses. I trust you have no objections? It's like, yeah, this guy means business. Your offer of assistance is most generous, Lord Charlemagne. I will not dream of refusing it. Yeah, we understand each other. Of course not. We depart at once, yes? I've heard Gridania is most lovely at this time of year. Yes, my intention was always to begin our expedition at our closest neighbor. I have it on good word that an establishment there known as the Carline Canopy would be a suitable... The Carline Canopy it is then. Do take care not to lag behind, yes? Yeah, he's definitely not messing around. Lord Charlemagne, wait! Yeah, you better go after him. Yeah, he seems to want to move on and make connections as well. But yeah, this guy certainly is intimidating to say the least. And so, upon arrival here in Gridania, we're going to make our way towards the Carline Canopy and reunite with the boys. Here they are. Hey there, Francel, we made it. So this is Gridania. Why, it is even more verdant and lush than I had imagined. A dankier, gloomier city I can scarce imagine. I am glad I do not live here. Ouch. And yet this nation is home to a great number of our own kind. Convincing an Alizan trader or two to come to Ishgard will be done in less time it takes for an afternoon tea. To start, I will enlist the services of one of the locals. Feel free to come along, Lord Francel. Mayhap you'll learn something. Yeah. What? Yeah, wait, Lord Charlemagne! Yeah, it's like, what? Yeah. Oh dear, Matthias, this is precisely what I was afraid of! I did some research before our departure. No doubt this is common knowledge to you, but I read that Gordonians are reserved types who do not warm easily to outsiders, yet perhaps not to the degree of our own people. I fear the Count, for all his good intentions, might sour the local populace on our offer before we can even make it. Come, we must stop him! Yeah, quickly there, Francel. Hey there, Ichigo, welcome to the stream, glad to have you with us. Yeah, where are our usual suspects this evening? So, yeah, the Count has found this guarded Gridanian here, and she is an Alizan too. You there, I'm looking to speak with one of your nation's most prominent traders. Tell me where I might find such a person and be quick about it. I'm a busy man. I'm not in the habit of entertaining outsiders. Rude, arrogant ones, least of all. Bugger off and do it yourself. Yeah, and she's like, I'm out of here. Why, the sheer gall of that woman! Well, you were pretty upfront. Well, with all due respect, Lord Charlemagne, we are guests in this land. Just as you and I were once wary of outsiders like good Matthias here, so too are these people wary of us. In the world outside the Holy See, our titles or the prestige of our houses will avail us no special privilege. Mayhap it would behoove us to conduct our affairs with a measure of humility? But I fear we've already aroused the suspicion of the townspeople. Let us try our luck at another location. Mayhap one of the guilds for which this place is so well known? A guild, you say? Very well. Let us stop blithering and be off. Yeah, we'll go and reunite with them over at the Leatherworkers Guild. And so let's go towards the markets here and wait for the boys to arrive. And maybe someone else of interest too, because it says wait for passerby. So who are we waiting on? Hey there, gentlemen. Yes, this place seems rather... Oh, Francel's line, sorry. Yes, this place seems rather lively. No doubt we can find someone willing to assist us here. Yeah, this is the local markets. Let me show you around. Or let's chill out for a while and look for anyone of interest. I beg your pardon, my esteemed sir. I'm a humble visitor from Ishgard, and I was wondering if I might trouble you with a question or two. What's that now? Oh, mistrustful merchant. This can't be good. Wait, could it be Lord Francel? Ha! It is you! Whatever brings you to the Tollswood? What? Pray forgive me, I do not believe I have had the pleasure. You wouldn't know me, but I sure you know you. During the war, I plied my trade as a sellsword at Camp Dragonhead. You often came to dine at Lord Hoarfrost's invitation, yes? Yeah, that he did, especially after he saved Francel's neck. Like that I did. Lord Hoarfrost was a most benevolent man. There were few things he enjoyed more than sharing a good meal in the company of his friends and his men alike. Aye, and I was one of them. I fondly remember the times I sat at his table, sharing in his meat and mead. In the warmth of his hull and his company, for a moment you could forget the bitter cold outside. It's a memory that stayed with me to this day, long after I turned to Gridania and hung on my blade. Lord Hoarfrost was a great man, and I had hoped to return to Ishgard one day to visit him. Yeah, you won't get that privilege though. But then the news of his tragic passing arrived. Even now I find it hard to believe he's gone. I as well, my friend. Not a day goes by that I do not think of him and the kindness he showed me in the darkest of days. And though I will forever mourn his passing, I take solace in knowing that his sacrifice was not for naught. For because of those like him, and Matthias here, the war is at long last over, and our nation welcomes a new age of enlightenment and restoration. So it is that we come here to fair Gridania in the hopes of establishing trade that will benefit both of our nations. Might you perhaps know of any merchants or traders who might be interested in exploring such a possibility? Do I ever? And nothing would please me more than to be able to return the kindness that your countrymen showed me. It just so happens that I do work for Black Rabbit Traders these days. Perhaps you've heard of them. My center's in charge there, and she's always looking for promising new business partners. Just wait here, I'll bring her right over. You mean we don't have to go over to her? My good man, if it is as the gods themselves sent you to us, if she does not mind the imposition, I would be honored to meet this lady, my center. And so, away he'll go. Hey there, Miguel, welcome to the stream, glad to have you with us. So now we gotta speak with Francel officially to complete the quest. I trust that you've met this lady, my center, Mathia. Do you suppose she'll be receptive to our offer? I believe she will be. So, hello there. So you're the guest from Ishgard I've heard so much about. I'm my center of Black Rabbit Traders fame. I hear you have a business proposition for me. It is a pleasure and an honor to both to make your acquaintance, Lady My Center. I am Francel de Hollanart, and I have the privilege of overseeing the reconstruction of our fair city, a task which includes building a thriving economy. To that end, I wish to invite the realm's preeminent trading concerns to establish outposts in our new commercial district. If it please you, will you not consider bringing your operations to Ishgard? Yeah, let me think about this. I heard that you Ishgardians opened your borders, but quite frankly, I wasn't expecting to receive such an eager and enthusiastic proposition. And it's an interesting one, I'll grant you that. Still, as much as I like to be of aid, I run a business here, not a charity. And so I'm forced to ask, why should I expand to Ishgard? What do you offer that other places do not? A well-founded concern, of course. Be assured that our nation offers businesses many opportunities. For example, yeah, you can't think of any. This ain't good. Yeah, let me come to the rescue here by either saying, you'll have immediate access to the finest Ishgardian wares, Ishgardian nobles are notorious spendthrifts, or the comic response, picture it now, the homunculi tour the Holy See. Which doesn't necessarily make for a good reason for wanting to go there. The homunculi were part of the first use of choir for Starlight Celebration 2 years ago. But we'll give her option number 1. Yeah, let's come into Francel's rescue. Now that you mention it, I dare say that Ishgardian furs and fine cuisine could command a high price here in Gridania. Alright, Matthias here has convinced me. The Black Rabbit will come to Ishgard. Oh, thank you, Lady My Center. You do us a kindness that we will not soon forget. You can spare me the flowery words. I'm only looking out for my own business interests, as I trust you are as well, no? In any event, I best be going. We'll have to take a full inventory to determine which of our fine goods swing north. As they say, the traders do not smile on those who tarry. Well, thank you very much, you two. We appreciate your support. Oh, thank you ever so much, my friend. I never could have done this without you. Lady My Center's question was only to be expected, yet I found myself at a loss. Your impeccable knowledge of the realm and calmness under pressure have served us well once more. You have succeeded here despite the involvement of houses Hollandar and Fortomp, not because of it. The citizens of the Sultanate are far more discerning, but fear not. I will show you how negotiations among the upper crust are truly done. Well, let's hope that you pull through this time. So, we'll take our 83,700 experience points and 778 gil. And now we'll move on to our next side quest by speaking with Lord Francel again to take on our quest entitled Dealings in the Desert. Francel is eager to return to the road. Our sojourn in Gridania has been most fruitful, but it is time we take to the road again. I hear they call Uldar the jewel of the desert, and that it is a bustling center of trade and commerce. I can scarce wait to see what opportunities await us there. I have it on good account that the Sultanate is an affluent and cultured nation with a populace that places due importance on status and lineage. Unlike the rabble here, its people will no doubt afford me the respect I deserve. According to my research, the market district of Uldar is centered around a location known as the Ruby Road Exchange. I propose we make that our first destination. As you may know, the exchange has quite a long and storied history. It is also conveniently located just a stone's throw from the airship landing where we are to touch down. Yeah, I'll join you there. Yes, let us be off already. I'd like to fall asleep if I stand around here any longer listening to your ramblings. Well, it is nighttime. Yeah, it is nighttime after all, so what do you say we head on off to Uldar? And we have arrived. So, first stop is the Adventurers Guild, because it's closest to where we're going to be going. So we'll run through the quicksand because there is an exit over this way. And we'll reunite with the boys, who chose an interesting place to wait for our arrival. Yeah, checking out the harems I see. Lord Francel? Well, I have never seen such a spectacular array of exotic goods and crafts. Do those girls dressed in only their undergarments know no shame? And the uncouth lot gawping at them are no better? I was led to believe this was a cultured society. The array of wares is respectable, I'll allow, but I've no interest in dealing with threadbare peddlers. Let us find ourselves a trader with a proper pedigree. But how in the Fury's name do people survive in this stifling heat? Well, it is cooler at night. There is some relief from that. I shall go and secure a business partner post-haste. The sooner to take my leave of this blasted desert. You two may wait for me at an alehouse or the like, but do not make yourselves overly comfortable. It will not take long. Yeah, and away he goes again. Oh dear, there he goes again. I'm loath to trouble you once more, Mathia, but would you be so kind as to go after him? Without your presence, I fear that he may less than endear himself to the locals, not unlike in Gridania. Having lived my entire life in Ishgard, I am painfully aware of my own limitations when it comes to interacting with those who share a different cultural background. I fear that the Count de Durandare has, shall we say, not yet come to this realization. I believe he ran off in the direction of Emerald Avenue, was it? I shall head to the Quicksand in the meantime and see what news I might glean there. Yeah, one thing you learn about this place really quickly, the harems. And hey, if those don't float your boat, you can always check out the bunnies at the Gold Saucer. So let's see where our man went to. Oh, yeah, he's chilling out waiting for someone? Yeah, in fact, we know this guy particularly well. You there, you know something of these parts, yes? I seek to do business with a trader possessed of a reputation worthy of my great house. You will introduce him to me at once. I'll be more than pleased to, friend. And pray tell, how much is this information worth to you? Worth? You would demand payment for your piddling knowledge? You don't know how things work around here, do you, old man? In Uldar, information's a commodity like any other, and a bloke only gets as much as he's willing to pay for. Clearly, the knowledge I've got is worth something to you, else you won't be standing here before me. So, we return to the question, how heavy is your corn purse feeling today? Yeah, we better step in before we come to blows. Allow me to handle this, old boy. Yeah, well, you know that voice. Who goes there? Yeah, Amanlan in Ottawa? Hey, Amanlan, I thought you were taking over the post over at Camp Dragonhead. What are you two doing here? Yeah, you two shirking your responsibilities or something? Well met, my friend. How fare you this fine day? Well, if it ain't my favourite Ishgardian, comes a big old woman's brain about the latest happenings here in the Sultanate. Of course, I'm happy to oblige in exchange for whispers you've heard round the Holy See. Any other day and I would gladly trade rumors with you. Today, however, I meant only to offer a word of warning. That man is none other than the lord of the highest of our high houses. He breeds political intrigue and sups upon machination, and believe me when I say you do not wish to make an enemy of him. But don't take my word for it, just ask our friend Mathia. Yeah, isn't that right? Yeah, I was watching the whole time. What are you doing dragging me into this? And like, I'm not coming over. 7 hells. On second thought, don't bother taking out your corn purse. Whatever you're offering, it's more than clear it ain't worth the trouble. And now if you don't mind, I've more pressing matters to attend to. A wise decision if I do say so myself, and worry not. I shall return before long with rumors from the Holy See you so desire. Till next time, my friend. And away he goes. Yeah, so you do possess power of persuasion. Fancy meeting you, hero boy. I never would have expected to find you in the company of the illustrious Count Durandare. Whatever is the occasion? Well, I never expected to find you here not monitoring your post at Camp Dragonhead. What's wrong with you two? Yeah, anyway, let me explain what's going on. I might ask you the same. Does the floundering son of House Fortom intend to upstage his betters? Why, Lord Charlemagne, you wound me. Rest assured that I meant only to spare you from a potentially inexpedient encounter. Purveyors of information in these parts are inevitably sharper than they let on. If they judge you to be less than knowledgeable about your surroundings, they will not hesitate to take advantage. If I needed the help of a self-indulgent stripling, I'd have asked for it. Well, but I must ask you, old boy, what brings you to the Jewel of the Desert with a good count at your side? What manner of information, pray tell, were you hoping to glean from our friend Wymond? Well, this is what we needed to know. Lord Francel is looking to stimulate commerce and trade in the Firmament. Well, why didn't you come to me sooner? Do you think so little of your comrade Manlan? Well, we keep going back to the same line. You're supposed to be at Camp Dragonhead. Allow me to explain. My dear brother suggested that I might employ my considerable skill in mingling among the upper crust to more, shall we say, productive ends. After all, social gatherings are a prime opportunity for overhearing choice tidbits of rumor and gossip. The point being that I have acquainted myself with no small end of prestigious merchants and traders, including many who I believe would be most amenable to the idea of expanding their operations to Ishgard. I dare say that more than a few of them have fetching daughters as well. I knew you'd go that way there, playboy. At any rate, you need trouble yourself no further. I'll reach out to the parties in question and make the necessary arrangements. In return, I ask only that you convince Lord Francel to put in a good word with the lovely Lady Lynette on my behalf. A fair enough exchange, is it not? Do we have to? Yeah, otherwise, like, why? Yeah, and even I'm not up to it. Why not, Master Griffin? I will see to it that my lord remains focused on the task at hand and does not let his emotions lead him to enter into any potentially disadvantageous agreements. We shall be in touch at a later juncture. Till next time, old boy. I do believe there's a banquet I should be attending. Yeah, until we meet again. See, I guess guard work wasn't his forte. I suppose even foppery can serve a purpose on rare occasions. Though needless to say, I could have handled the negotiations just as well without that fool's meddling. On the bright side, we can at long last take our leave of this blasted desert. Lord Francel was at some tavern called the Quicksand, yes? Let us tell him the deed is done and be on our way. And away he goes. Dragoon! Alright, there's Francel, and the Count again. Welcome back, Matthias, and Lord Charlemagne. May I ask if your negotiations bore fruit? Yeah, it certainly did, with some unexpected assistance. Lord Amanland came to your aid, you say? Splendid! His knack for befriending influential personages never ceases to amaze me. Yeah, it would seem he's found his calling, or he asked if he could put in a good word with Lady Lynette. Well, we do want this deal to go well, right? Oh, I see. I was about to comment on how impressed I was that he was putting his natural proclivities to use for such a worthwhile cause, but I see his motivations are the same as ever. That said, his consistency is admirable. At any rate, it is clear that he has done us a great service today, and with the ever-diligent young Onawar at his side to keep him honest, I dare say we have little to worry about. Yeah, it looks like this person was aware I was a dragoon and decided to say hello. I'll get to his friend request in a moment. I must thank you too for your efforts, Lord Charlemagne. If you had not thought to flag down that information monger, why might it still be searching aimlessly in the streets? I most humbly ask that you lend us your prodigious skills to us at our next destination as well. Do you not agree, Matthias? Yeah, still stubborn, so we'll take our 83,700 experience points and 648 gil. And happily accept a friend request from a brother dragoon. I mean, hey, it's a brother dragoon. How can you go wrong?